Bear Bears. My heart, my heart, my heart, my heart. It bleeds for you. Even though sometimes your episodes are kind of meh. You do it good, you do it so good. One episode that came out recently was called I Am Ice Bear, and this was a doozy of an episode. It is about Ice Bear having amnesia and changing his personality. First thing is he talks, and oh my god, Ice Bear has like such a young, youthful voice. I know his voice actor is the youngest, and I know his character is supposed to be the youngest of the brothers, but wow. Oh my, like he really sounded like a 20-year-old. It's amazing. And let's see, in this new personality, he's talkative, and Ice Bear's always been cool, and he's got like this secret life that he doesn't talk about to Grizz and Panda, where he like knows people. And this one, he kind of takes advantage of all his connections and becomes super popular, and cashes in some old favors that we all know Ice Bear secretly has, and it's just fabulous. Ice Bear's talking, he's independent. It gets to the point where it's like, I don't want to really be at the bottom of the stack anymore because I feel like we're equals. So let's not stack. Let's just ride in this car that doesn't even have a driver. It's not magic, but it just drives us, okay? Like, it's so legit, man. It's like invite only. They invited me. Like, Ice Bear, he kind of gets douchey at some points, but at first he's very pleasant. It's like, oh my god, this would happen if Ice Bear would talk and like care about social apps. But then, of course, it gets to a dark point. Never to the point where I think Ice Bear is an actual jerk or terrible person. But, he becomes more independent of Panda and Grizz. And yeah, it tugs at the heart because these are his brothers, and he starts to act like they're strangers, or at least just not cool enough to be his friends. And it's like, oh my god. There's actually a line in this episode where he's like, okay, bros, we're not brothers. We're like three different kinds of bears. And Panda and Grizz just gasp. I gasp, okay? Like, it's like, how dare you? How dare you? And then right after that, it's like, oh yeah, I'm moving out to hang out and live with these guys who are, not you guys. They're a little cooler. It's not because they're cooler, but kind of is. Ugh, he's just such a passive jerk when you really admit it. God, it's weird. It's so weird. And then it gets to the point where Panda and Grizz are so scared of like losing Ice Bear, their little brother, that they think, oh yeah, we'll clunk him on the head again so he'll remember he's Ice Bear. And they get scary, man, because it's like Ice Bear with still his Ice Bear skills versus Grizz and Panda. And it's still cool and interesting. But then there's this really like scary part where Grizz is holding Ice Bear, or at least Ice B, his name in this thing. He's holding him down, and Panda's like holding this crowbar over his head, and he's like, give me back my brother. And this crazy look in his eyes and the desperation in his voice. Oh, God, just tugs at those heartstrings, just rips them out. It's terrifying. Damn, do I love rewatching it over and over again. Not just because Ice Bear does have a very smooth voice, but because those scenes of, Grizz and Panda loving their brother is so sweet. Like, at one point when Ice B is packing up his things, he finds a picture of when they were cubs, and they put candles on a cardboard box and said it was their birthday box. And they looked happy in the picture, and it's like, yeah, all you guys have ever had is each other. And it's so sweet. And Ice B's like, I was a fat baby. Hit me in the feelings, just punch my lights out. That's what that episode did for me. Hit me in the feelings. Okay, what other new episodes came out? Grizz and Nom Nom go on vacation, and it's like a wacky 80s movie. Grizz is a delight, but God, I hate Nom Nom. Let's see. Ooh, there's this really creepy episode where the brother bears find honey, and yeah, they love it. They really love it. Like, they get crazy obsessed with it. It parallels very closely to Tote Life. But thank God Ranger Tabs is there, or is it Tabes? Their ranger friend helps them and saves them, and God, it has so many mixed elements of genres in it. From football to alien stuff to just cute animation to like little spoofs of classic bear cartoons. It's just a big fun mix. The God, do they all love it so bad. It's like, huh, I guess you guys never had like pure honey before. It really gets funny when they, go back and forth from being like, primal animals to people. That line that they kind of flutter around is interesting. It was most crazy in the Dog Hotel episode, but this one was wow. Let's see, after that, oh, there's this cute one where, the bears are babies and they help this kid, like, sell a record, like, win a little talent show. And it's like this Boys to Men spoof and this kid singing as his really sweet voice. But it's so cute. It's cute whenever the baby bears find a friend that they can trust and who treats them well. And it does have this kind of bittersweet moment at the end where, the guy rightfully gives the bears the money that, they deserve for doing all their hard work and helping him. But because they're children, they waste it on something stupid. They're children. It's endearing, but so sad. It's like, oh, why can't someone adopt them? I know no one does because they often say that they're the only things they've ever had. Like, their brotherhood is their most important thing. But it's just so hard. Oh, and it brings you to the next episode, funnily titled, Baby Bears Can Jump. And that is so freaking cute. And it's about how the brothers are having a little bit of a tizzy, fighting about, throwing a basketball, not a real basketball, just like, a paper ball inside a trash can, because, they're living on the street like poor babies. And, a pizza happens to come by, they find it, but some other, like, this gang of ragtag kids, literally, they're called the ragtag. Can't tell if it's clever or just a funny shout out or just lazy. Funny. Anyway, they have a little challenge and it's comically bad. Like, We Bare Bears can be so mellow and just do things so intelligently and well thought out. And just how bad they are, I really think took some thinking to make work out. And then the episode gets weird, like the good kind of weird, almost like the Bunnies episode, where Chris Barkley, back in the day, he was a basketball player, like 20 years ago. Wow, the Bears are old. Maybe 15, but anyway, he, from a trading card they happened to have, holographic, praised the 90s and early 2000s. He kind of comes up to them and gives them, good advice on teamwork. And I got that after school special, ridiculous 90s magic. I got those feels from that, and that was entertaining while still being something really interesting. It's like, okay, this famous athlete is doing a really cute job voice acting and talking to these kids. And it's a magical episode where they first learn the bear sack, but really just the animation, like they really animate up Charles Barkley, and that is interesting and funny. But yeah, I just love the little baby bear episodes. I fear for the day when the kids that voice them will be too old to play them, because it's so freaking cute. But still, I wait. I wait for the episode about Grizz, where he came from, how he grew up. I really think he was born in a circus. And I wait for the episode where they all meet. I swear to God, that'll be beautiful. We Bare Bears, I wait for that. I wait for that special, that episode, that whatever you want to call it. I wait for it every day. Until I forget about it. But still, I wait for it. Oh, I want that episode. We Bare Bears, you continue to amaze me. And even when you don't, they're just pleasant episodes, okay? The nom-nom thing, I don't really care for very much, but it was still very funny. Like, I had this weird stalker fan that surprised me at one point, and it's like, okay, that's still quite pleasant. So We Bare Bears are still, like, my favorite cartoon right now. I love you to death. Like, oh my God.